Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Gynaeguard. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for new content every single week. And if you are joining me for the first time, a very, very warm welcome to you. But if you are a returnee, thank you so much for the continuous support, honeys. Okay, so I'm very, very excited today. Our family, guys, it's growing. I'm on 255 subscribers in 4 weeks. So for me, that is a big deal, So something exciting has been happening. I've been getting messages from you guys, from my friends, and also inboxes from strangers, people I don't know, actually requesting videos. I am so excited because that is exactly what I said in the beginning when I started this channel, that this channel is about us being a family, being able to talk, me telling you my stories, and also you guys sharing your life stories with me and all your experiences. So if you come to me and you request a certain topic that you want to learn about, or that you want me to discuss, I am open to that. I am very excited. I've got tons and tons of things in my head that I want to discuss, but when you guys come and say, please talk about this, for me, like, guys, I'm so humbled, because in my heart I know that means you are enjoying my videos, you're enjoying my channel, and thank you so much for that. So recently I've got quite a number, but I'm just going to mention like 3. Someone said, can you, on your first video you talked about mental illnesses in the Black communities, can you now just like break them down, because we've got so many? There's bipolar, there's schizophrenia, there's depression, anxiety. Can you just discuss a few? And I said, okay, I will break them down. So he asked that I talk about depression in depth, and I said, okay, I'll discuss depression. And then there's someone who said, can you talk about sense of entitlement? The world does not owe you anything. And I love that topic so much, and I'm still gonna talk about it. And then there's an interesting message that came through, and someone said, Miss T, you said your channel is about life, awareness, and motivation. And I'm like, yeah, I did, honey. And then they said, I know that you mostly talk about motivating people and everything in your life experiences, but there's also that awareness part. On the awareness part, can you then talk about, on the awareness topic, can you talk about personal hygiene for women? Since you look very clean. And I'm like, okay, let me think about it. And darling, I have thought about it, and that's what I'm actually going to do today. I am going to talk about personal hygiene for women, and I'm going to share with you my personal hygiene, the one that I use, the things that I use, the products that I used, how I keep clean. So I'm going to share with you all of that, and then we can discuss personal hygiene in depth. So please stay tuned as we get into it. So let's get into today's video. So for me, hygiene is about practicing and maintaining good health through cleanliness. It is very, very important to be clean. As we were taught in Sunday school, cleanliness is next to godliness, And I always say this to ladies, that we are disadvantaged, when it comes to cleanliness and taking care of ourselves. With men, they can probably go for like 3 days without taking a bath, or they can go with 3 days without like changing their underwears. But we can't. Unfortunately, we can't. We honestly just have to bath each and every day, and there's just a lot of things that we need to take into consideration when bathing. You can't even take like a normal soap that you use to bath your whole body. because then you're gonna affect the pH balance of your vagina. So we are really, really disadvantaged when it comes to that. So that is why it is important for us to teach ourselves about personal hygiene. It is important to teach your girls, your young girls, about personal hygiene. And I'm not saying that it is not important to teach boys. It is also important. But with us ladies, we are a little more sensitive, and our private parts are a little more sensitive as compared to boys. So basically, I am going to talk about personal hygiene for women. You know, how to take care of yourself so that you don't smell down there, right? So I will walk you through the products that I'm using on a daily basis, and you can either choose to use them or not. I know that every person has different routines, and all these products don't really treat us the same way. But I'm just going to share. I'm not saying they're the best. I'm saying they work for me personally. So first, we should start with the one that I use to bath. So this is what I use to bath. So when I bath, I use this. It's called Gynaeguard. It's actually gel-like, you know. It's gel-like. It does not have a smell. It's odorless. So this, it's an intimate wash. This is what I use to wash my VJJ, and then I rinse with clean water without putting any other soap, because if I can use the same soap that I use to wash my body, it becomes very, very itchy. So that is what I use. And then when I'm done with that, after applying lotion and everything, I then use this. This is, I hope you can see it, this is from Lil-lets. It's actually a powder. So what this does, actually, it's an external use, so you apply daily to your intimate areas after bathing or taking a shower. So what this powder does, it's like, I know with some people they actually use baby powder. So basically this absorbs the moisture, because another thing that gives you bad odor, it's that moist, you know, that is just left during the day, you know, after a few activities, after walking, after a few hours. So you have that bad odor because it is moist underneath there because of your discharge. So I also use this. This actually absorbs the moisture and I love it. It is odorless. So make sure that everything that you buy for your intimate area, it's actually odorless, because you don't want anything that has perfume, you know. And then that is me bathing. And then I use these panty liners from Kotex. I love them so much. They are very, very, you know, sensitive. They are designed for comfort and you just stay fresh. So I probably change it like 2-3 times a day, depending on how I'm feeling on that day, because days are not the same. Sometimes you have a little bit more of discharge, sometimes you have less. So this is the packaging for the Kotex panty liners. This is how they look like. I like this very much because, you know, it's wrapped, you know, so that means this stays fresh as long as you don't open it. That's why I like it very much. So that is me bathing and everything. And also I use these. So these are your intimate wipes from Gynaeguard. So these just help you stay fresh. I know you know, with some people, after using the bathroom, you use your toilet paper to wipe. That's also good. It is also important to wipe because you don't want that residue, you know, to be left behind on your underwear, because that's the one that will make you have that bad odor. But I also like these because with these you just like stay fresh, you know. It is like going to the bathroom and every time you wipe yourself with your bath cloth. So this is good for me. And not only do I use that, I also use this one. Okay, these have been used, they're almost finished. So this is from Lil-lets. I love them so much. They're actually not too different from the Gynaeguard ones. They are just like one and the same thing. So I'm that person who is easily bored, so sometimes I just mix products so that I am not bored. Okay, that is me bathing, washing, cleaning, wiping. And then you know that there's also food that we eat that maintains the pH balance of our vagina. And also there's food that we eat that is not good for us, that can actually give us odor. So apart from the things that I'm using to bath and everything, there's things that I eat or I drink. Like for example, you know that when you go to your gynae, they always advise you to use why am I saying Gynaeguard? I've been talking about it a lot. But they advise you to drink cranberry juice, because they say cranberry juice is very good also to balance the pH of your vagina. So unfortunately I didn't bring you cranberry juice, but I drink cranberry juice a lot. I love cranberry juice, so I drink that a lot. And another thing that you must eat as a woman is this. Please familiarize yourself with this if you haven't already. Plain yogurt. It is also good for you because it will clean you, it will clean your discharge. Your discharge will be odorless and it will be very clean. You won't have that uncomfortable smell. So you must eat this. I know with most people they actually say, but this is tasteless and everything, but for me it's an acquired taste. This is like eating amasi but without pap. That's what it tastes like for me. So I eat this like almost every day. I buy this like every single week. So this is also good for me. This is what I also use to maintain the cleanliness of my VJJ. What else do I use? Okay, there's also this. These are called cranberry. They are for urinary tract health. They are not for urinary tract infections. They are for urinary tract health, meaning to maintain. I get this from Discam. So you could actually, let me see, because it's actually 60 capsules. So that means it's like a 2-month supply. But I don't really take them each and every day because there are so many other things that I'm using to just like maintain my personal health. So I drink them. Maybe I'll drink like 3 times or 2 times a week. But they are also good because you can actually use them as an antibiotic if you have urinary tract infection. So you are supposed to take one every single day, but if you want to substitute them and use them as an antibiotic, you can actually take 2 a day for 5 days consecutively, and they work like magic. But upon everything else that I've mentioned, guys, the most important thing that you cannot escape when it comes to your personal hygiene as a woman is drinking water. Drink lots and lots of water, guys. It is very, very important for you to drink water. Substituting everything else that I'm using, I drink water. Like, I'm one person who drinks a lot of water. So there's also a website where you can actually go and check as to, for your body weight, how much of water do you need to take per day. They actually break it down for you to say, okay, if you have this body weight, this is the amount of water that you need to take, you know, that your body needs like on a daily basis, because apparently I actually discovered that it differs from person to person based on your weight, you know, based on your size, you know. So guys, this is what I use to take care of myself. You know, I'm not saying it is gonna work for you, I'm just sharing my experience, but there are so many other things that people use, you know. I know when we were growing up, my grandmother used to boil water, put it in a bucket, you know, the bucket that you use to, not for food, the bucket that you don't use for food. So you slice onion, you put your onion in there, and then you sit, you know, you open up yourself and then you sit. So the onion will act as a disinfectant, ne? So to just remove all the dirt from the inside, because unfortunately for us, our vagina actually breathes it, you know. So as soon as you sit, anything that is in the toilet, you are going to breathe it in, you know. So there are so many other things. I'm gonna share more with you, you know, if I find any. And I've also heard that some people actually, they say you must eat a raw green pepper. I've never really tried it, but they also say it works. So these are mine, this is what I use. You can try it out if you want to, and I hope it works for you. Ladies, please take care of yourselves, not only for your man but for you, you know. It is just a great feeling, you know, after you've applied all these things and you smell good, you actually really feel good, you understand, because you can actually get really sick from, you know, this. It's not only about STIs, you know, but it is also like maintaining, you know, the cleanliness of your vagina, because that too can make you sick, you know. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, guys, you can ask me and I will write all the products that I'm using on the description box, so you can just read through, and maybe I can tell you where I buy, but I'm sure you know, but I will put all the information on the description box. Thank you so much, honeys, for joining me. Till we meet again. Mwah, mwah, mwah.